Hey everybody. So a viewer asked me to provide some tips on how I installed the INNOVV camera and mounting position that I did, which I was actually in the middle of getting the video ready at the new mounting position and figured I'd add this to it. I am sorry about all the clutter in my garage. I am moving stuff and working on this four-wheeler for my daughter. So just don't mind all the dirt and everything around. So this is where I decided to mount it, and I'm using 3M tape. And this isn't too good. As you can see, it's kind of not fully pressed onto the piece, and it's rounded. That's why. So I kind of layered up the 3M tape. It's holding good. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So we'll see how it does. I might see if I can get it a little tighter. This bracket back here is where I had it, and that's when it, kind of got knocked up on the fender when I was going over the railroad tracks. So that's where I mounted it up front. I put on a tether strap, which I wrapped around the cables just in case it does fall off, and it's all running up through this slot underneath, and then it goes in here, and all the cables, can kind of see all the cables kind of run through here, and I've got them zip tied to this bracket on the inside. So what I did was I removed this fairing and this plastic piece right here. So I removed both of these to run the wires. I undid these two bolts on the tank so I could lift the tank up and run the cables underneath. The rear camera is mounted on the license plate bracket. Okay. So, I'm sorry, I'm going kind of all directions here. So it's mounted on the license plate bracket, and it's doing good. The cable runs up through this little hole here. That I found a little gap when I had the seat off of light shining through, and the cable runs through and it doesn't get pinched. So let me get this camera on a tripod, and I'll show you under the seat and stuff. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually remove the rider seat too. I'm using this hex key set that I found on Amazon. It's very affordable, and when working on bikes it's great because you have all different sizes. This contains metric and standard, and okay, so removing the seat is real easy. Just two bolts. Be careful to not hit your body work or anything. The seat bolts are a size 6. I don't know if you can see that. They're size... I'm not getting it to focus, but they're a size 6. So I'm going to warn you, under my seat's ugly. I haven't had a chance to do any kind of cable management yet. Okay, so this is where I had the GPS mounted, under the rear seat. And the cables come up under here with a bunch of other cables I have run. And like I said, I am very sorry about this nightmare in here right now. I have not gotten a chance to fix it. But these are all the camera cables. And my XK glow. So what I did, I actually got the accessory USB thing, and it goes under the rear seat. I actually thought it went here. Gosh darn lighting conditions, come on. I thought it went in here, but it doesn't. It goes under the seat, which I'm never going to be plugging in anything under there. But anyway, because it was aftermarket and I wasn't going to ruin warranty or anything, this is where I ran my ignition signal, so when the power's on, so the camera knows to be on. But yeah, I got all the cables tucked up under here before I added all this K-Glow mess. The controller, I have double-sided sticky taped. Come on, focus. Right here on my steering stem. And yeah, so really simple to run. Like I said, the rear camera cable, you can't really see it. You got to remove this plastic piece. Okay, so you got to remove this. So it's these 4 bolts. Take it off, and then you have to remove the bolts. And there's some under the tools here. You have to remove the 4 bolts here for the rear fender. And then I ran the cable up and under and around, and you're not going to be able to see it in there, but then I go through this little gap back here, and that's how if you use a fender eliminator, it's probably going to be a lot harder to find a spot, but I imagine you'd be able to. If you're keeping the fender on, then that's how I did it. So it's really simple. Running it under the tank is real simple. You lift the tank up, there's room under there, which don't pinch the cables. Then just zip tie it on. Zip tie it up here and run it all up to the control unit down below. And that's how I installed it on my Ninja 1000 here. If you have any further questions, please reach out. Let's go ahead and take a look at the new mounting position. Compared to the last video I shot, there's obviously a lot more visibility here. Only a small section of the screen at the top right is losing any image detail. The camera is in a fixed position, and overall, I think I like it. So on this video, I did what I didn't do on the last video, and that was actually put the rear camera video on here. And as you can see, everything looks good. Remember, the rear video is HD, so it's 1080 instead of 4K. That being said, the overall quality is pretty good. The one thing I will note is it's still a little hard to pick out the license plates, and you're going to see that on the truck that is coming up here around this bend. I'll slow it down a little bit for you, but it doesn't really help things. That was a chicken truck losing a ton of feathers. I'm not sure if it's just the way I'm looking at it here in Premiere. I'll be interested in seeing when it's actually rendered, or if it is that not good quality. You'll see it on YouTube of what it actually looks like after the rendering. So hopefully it looks good. That being said, otherwise I'm pretty happy with this. It is just going to be used as a dash cam. I don't like the way I have to use a tiny little flathead screwdriver to get to the video card. So I'm going to use it as dash cam and just use my GoPro Max for my adventure videos. And then if anything happens where I need the rear camera or an accident or whatever, I can get to the front or get to the dash cam. Overall, I am happy with it, and I think the quality's there, so we'll see. I did want you to hear some of the audio from the camera. It does come with its own mic, and you saw in the video I pointed out where I had the mic, and that's under the seat. And in the first clips I took off of the dash cam, it didn't have this, I don't even know what the sound would be, but you'll hear it in the video. So I think the mic moved, and now I'm getting this interference noise, something like that. So give it a listen. You can hear what the mic's for. I'm only ever going to just record engine noise. Am not going to run it up to my helmet or anything. So here's a little demo. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please reach out. Ride safe. Keep the rubber side now.